Hi, this is Quinn from A Curious Wonderful Nature. This is Children and Nature Awareness Month. This is a month to think about how to get our kids engaged in nature and the natural environment around them. It is a month where you think about how to pull them away from their screens for a little bit, or to use their screen to find out about different plants. Uh, I talk about two apps, one specifically that would be great for kids called Seek that I have done, and it's probably up here somewhere. Up, it's probably up here somewhere. Hi, Editing Quinn here. So I was almost done with editing this video when I realized there were a number of things that I really wanted to say and I kind of forgot. Even with a quick video, I think that these things were important to include. I used to teach elementary school students primarily then science and tech and engineering and making and all of that. The importance of nature, being in nature and connecting with nature, and also just students being outside, kids being outside is really important to me. And as anyone, any adult who is in a child's life, whether it is a parent or a big sister, big cousin, big brother, uncle, auntie, these things that I'm talking about in this video should be something that supplements their education, their experience as becoming independent human beings, in addition to cultivating your connection with nature as well. Spending time in nature can have many benefits for children. Here are a few. Here are 3 things that you can do with your child in order to help them connect with nature. I think you would enjoy them as well. One thing that you can do with a child or children is to kind of go out and find nature in surprising places. We know about nature in a park or in a beach or at a desert or in the woods, forest, what have you. But if you live in the city, especially if you live in the city, go out and think of it as a treasure hunt. What can you find? Nature pops up in some surprising places. I love seeing things that happen along the sides of a road. I love seeing how things pop up through the cracks. I love how you might see birds, certain types of birds, perching on a building and you didn't expect it. Or maybe even when maybe you do go into a park and you see life within a pool or a puddle that you haven't seen before. So taking the moments to go out and wherever it is, whether it's a walk around your neighborhood or walk around the school, or it is on your way to commuting or coming back to your home, find a way to point out, notice things that are part of the natural environment. The second thing that you can do is to take a moment or half an hour to sit down and observe. This time you're not walking around, you're just sitting down and you're being still, you're taking a moment. It's a wonderful time to take your child to the woods and kind of wonder at what's there, to the beach and look for tide pools, to the desert and take a look at the wide variety of organisms that are there. And you have a notebook, or you have some scrap paper, and you have some pencils. Could be colored pencils, could be normal pencils, could be markers, whatever, some sort of writing utensils of some sort, where they can sit down and sketch. That starts to go into their observational skills, where they can look at color, shape, texture, how high, how low. Really tap into their observational skills. The third thing that you can do is to collect some artifacts, objects, leaves, feathers, what have you, during these times that you're walking around or when you're drawing. Obviously, you're not going to want to pluck flowers from a botanical garden where things are set up like exhibits, or you're not going to pull from things that are part of a planned garden within a park. Those things seem very, I would think those things seem very obvious. It's in a circle, there's like wood chips, and those things are intentionally planted. I'm talking about things that are like petals that have fallen from a magnolia tree, or pine cones that have fallen, dandelion leaves, old oak leaves, the catkins that fall. Those are the things I'm talking about in terms of collecting. Stones even can be something that you and your child or children can collect. You can then make something out of it. You can make like little fairy dioramas. There's another name for it besides a fairy diorama, and I'm going to put that on the screen. You can take tracing paper and you can trace to get the texture, and you can really start to kind of observe the differences of leaves, if it's a leaf, or even if it's feathers, or you can even do it with stones, but you can take rubbings. I think that's what I really meant, as opposed to tracings. That's another way of connecting to nature, is to collect some artifacts and to craft with them as well. Oh, one caveat to collecting. You want to make sure you don't take any travelers around, and if you feel unsure about a couple of things, you can either A, leave it, or B, you can just put it into an oven at a very low heat for a certain amount of time, maybe about 30 minutes, and then you can just be sure that you don't have anything that you don't want. Children and Nature Awareness Month is a great time to let them see how you get engaged in nature. If you are interested and curious and wonder at different things that you see, they will become curious and engaged as well. I actually have talked about that in a prior video, and I'll leave that video below as well. How did you get engaged with nature when you're a child, or do you plan on taking your child out into nature and kind of getting them involved and curious? Tell me, leave a comment below. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe as well. Be curious, stay wonderful, and bye for now.